everybody, it's LisaB, your neighborhood realtor, and I'm here today with the amazing Mr. Wayne Pavlika, and we're on an episode of Let's Get Real. We've got Pavlika Builders here, and this is Mr. Wayne himself.
That's me.
Well, thanks so much for joining us, and I know a lot of people are doing remodels to fix up their house, or they're just building from scratch. So I brought the man in here. He can answer some questions, and we're going to talk about the top 3 things you need to ask a contractor when you're looking to hire someone.
You know, I told you earlier, I do a radio show, did it for a long time. One of my segments was how to hire a contractor, because people don't have a clue. I'm trying to select 3 contractors, okay? Always a minimum of 3. I tell people if you're going more than 3, you're price shopping.
Yeah.
You're forgetting the quality and the expertise of whatever someone's doing, right? And do research on them. For, you know, make sure they're licensed, make sure they're insured. You also want to know their experience level. I always tell people too, when you go to hire someone for a specific job, have you ever done a job like this before?
Good question to ask.
Okay, some people, okay, the project I'm on right now, I took over for an unlicensed contractor. Now he might have been a good guy for building a deck or, you know, doing something really small, but when it comes to a $500,000 plus project, he was over his head and couldn't handle it. So I always tell people, make sure your contractor's done a project like this before.
I always suggest too to ask if you can talk to their past clients, because then you're going to get a really good idea of what it was like to work with them.
Yeah, and that's huge too, because you want to know if you can work with the person. I had a guy one time, he wasn't going to sign the contract and give me a deposit. And I said, the first thing we got to think about is trust.
Yeah.
You know, do you trust me to do your job? And I'm going to give you references. Do you feel comfortable with them?
Right.
You know, how many years has he been in business? I told people, I said, I'm like the old guy. I've owned my company 36 years now.
Yeah, well, tell us a little bit more. What kind of projects do you take on as a builder?
Anything that makes money. Yeah, and I've done some crazy stuff. My biggest project, I did $1 million school renovation.
Ooh.
I did that, but I put basements under existing houses. I put second floors on houses. The things I've done to a house, people say, really? You know, I said, yeah. I said, you know, I'm not a cookie cutter builder either. I said, I like to think outside the box. I want my customer, when I'm done, to be able to brag about what they have.
Yeah.
To be extremely happy. Because I always joke, if they're happy, they pay the bills. And if they pay the bills, guess who's happy?
Yeah.
Lori, right? No, not me, Lori. Lori.
Lori's the happy one.
I'm just a carrier pigeon of checks.
Yeah.
I just take him from point A to B. So you really want to make sure you know, how many years he's been in business, you know, license, the insurance, get references from them, and go look at some of the projects they've done.
Yes,
Okay?
absolutely. Take a look at their current work. So what kind of project would be too small? If somebody's looking to do a remodel, is there a cutoff point?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Cool.
I'll come and put one door in for you, one entry door. It's a handyman type style work. That's what I do. So it's all about trust, I think, when you hire a contractor. Once you get your estimates, always make sure you're comparing apples to apples.
Yeah.
Okay? I've given people a nice shiny red apple, and the other guy gets the old, you know, rotten banana or something, you know. It's horrible, and you're not comparing apples to apples. So you always make sure, you're going to get 2 estimates that are going to be close. The third one's either going to be way high or way low. Okay?
Yeah.
And that's usually the guy that doesn't know what he's doing, or else he doesn't really care.
You know that saying, you get what you pay for?
Definitely. Ask these people what they started with, you know.
Yeah, you could have to hire somebody like him to come in and fix a job, which we're going to give you a tour of the house and show you all the amazing work that they're doing currently. Locations. So I know you guys are downstate and you also have a home up north.
Right.
So what areas do you like to do work at?
Well, I like to do work wherever it's there. We are a family-owned business.
Yeah.
You know, Lori is in the office. My daughter Taylor's in the office full-time. My 3 sons work for me full-time. Yeah. My nephew works for us full-time. His girlfriend / fiance works for us full-time. Nice. And then Steve, one of my lead carpenters, one of my biggest helpers, he's upstairs too there. So we're a family-owned business, and we've been, doing it for a long time. So we're pretty fortunate that we can all get along good enough to work together. So.
Well, if you guys are thinking about remodeling, this is the guy to call, and I can help you out too by pulling up local comps. So you want to keep in mind two things. One, about just for your own comfort level. Is this something that you want to live with and for your own enjoyment? But also for resale value. I always like to keep everything resale value in mind. So we want to pull up comps and make sure there's that wiggle room for you to spend that money and do that remodel.
I think that's a very valid point on any kind of remodel. What's your payback?
Yeah.
What's your payback on how long is it going to take to recoup the money? I've actually talked to a guy, he had a 1,500 square foot house. He wanted to put a second floor on it, which was going to cost him a couple $100,000 or more. And I told him, look around your neighborhood. Every house here is $150,000. You can't have the $300,000 albatross in this neighborhood. I talked him out of it. He says he was so thankful that I talked him out of it. It was the right decision. I actually inspected 2 houses for him after that. That he bought.
A lot of times people will do that. They think they want to do that remodel, and it's best to talk to a qualified licensed realtor to really assess the situation. And then if you determine that yes, this is actually what you want, maybe you want to sell the house, or maybe you want to do that remodel.
Well, it's all about investments, right? It's all about your future. And I sold a house downstate, a couple of them a while back, and people say, well, you had a realtor do it? I said, yeah, it's not my expertise. They will get you more money. They know the ins and outs. It's other than the closings, to the banking, to all the other stuff. So this is very important, but to refer back to you wouldn't be a bad idea to say, hey, Lisa, what do you think? Is this going to get me,
Is there a return on your money? Right. And there's a lot of times where you can, what I call, put the lipstick on a pig and just do some cheaper fixes if you are looking to sell. But if you're looking to stay in the home long term, you might want to spend that extra money and do that remodel just for your own pure enjoyment.
I own a home inspection business also. We did 2,270 some inspections last year, 2,500 year before. So we do a lot of inspections. I hate to tell people this is the cheapest it's ever going to be.
Yeah, it's only getting more expensive.
Every time.
It goes like this.
Building materials, you never know why. But always make sure when you do a project, you always budget. I always tell people at least 20% more. If it's depending on the size of the job, if it's $50,000 job, make sure you have an extra $10,000 for the what ifs.
There's always a what if that comes up.
Right, always in remodeling there's a what if. What if you find a bunch of termites? What if you find anything in a house? So that's always a good thing.
Well, and you had mentioned that you have an inspection company, so we're going to have him back on another episode and talk about his inspection company. So if you are looking to buy a home, this is the guy you want to hire to do an inspection on the house. He's a builder, and he knows what to look for when you're purchasing your next home.
Are we recording right now?
We are.
I gotta look like a carpenter.
Totally.
Well, most builders you see anymore, they're all, they never get dirty. I hope I don't swear too much. You have to bleep, 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 bleep.
I know, just as a whole video of bleep, 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 bleep.
This is the bleep, bleep video. Please fill in the blanks fill in the bleeps as you think that'd be funny.
Okay. Deep breath.
Would you compose yourself? Foursquare.
2 in.
Two. And not 2 minutes,
not 2 minutes, you'll die. You're like, she told me to hold my breath for 2 minutes.
What happened to Wayne in the interview? I was laying there, he did this.
All right, we're going to start.
He croaked on me.
We're going to start in 3, 2. He croaked on me in the interview. Okay.
I'm sorry, people.
Composure.
We'll start this as soon as she gets her shit together, okay?
As soon as he stops making me laugh. Got sons, cousins, and here's the guy right here.
There you go. Yeah, hold on. Here I got my nephew and my son-in-law. They're up there putting laminate flooring down. They're going to make a lot of noise right now. But noise is progress, right?
Yeah.
So you can't beat that.
And you can't stop the job because you guys got a timeline now to get this project done.
Yeah, well, we always have a timeline. It's never fast enough, right?